and I thought forever looked like you. Every golden evening made the world feel almost true. You were standing by the roadside with the sunlight in your hair. I remember thinking softly, life was kinder with you there. We had nowhere we were going, still we walked until the night. Every little thing felt warmer, every window held a light. Summer stayed too long, and I thought forever looked like you. Every golden evening made the world feel almost true. Summer stayed too long in the corners of my heart. Now the leaves have changed around me, but I still know where we start. There were songs from open doorways, there were flowers on the wall. You would laugh at something simple, and I would love you through it all. I did not see the ending, I only saw your eyes. How could I know a season could be beautiful and lie? Summer stayed too long, and I thought forever looked like you. Every golden evening made the world feel almost true. Summer stayed too long, but the years have let me see some love comes like sunlight and leaves quietly. Half of the photograph still lies inside the drawer. I cut away the smiling part, but kept the ocean shore. Your shoulder is still showing at the edge I could not tear, like a memory refusing to disappear from there. I thought if I made it smaller, it would hurt a little less. But love does not grow lighter just because we hide the rest. There is sunlight on the paper, still standing there somehow, in the place I tried to lose. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to break the room. You're still standing there somehow, where the old blue water shines. Half of us is gone now, but half still holds the time. I don't know why I keep it. I don't know why I stay. Maybe some goodbyes need something they can touch on lonely days. You're still standing there somehow, in the place I tried to lose. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to break the room. You're still standing there somehow, softly out of reach, and I fold the photograph again, like a prayer I cannot speak. I stood across the narrow street with rain inside my sleeves. Your window on the second floor was glowing through the trees. I did not ring the doorbell, I did not call your name. I only watched the curtains move and knew it wasn't the same. I watched your window go dark, one small light at a time, like the ending of a story I could no longer write. I watched your window go dark and held my breath below. Some goodbyes are never spoken, they just turn off and go. There were shadows in the stairway, there were footsteps overhead. Someone laughed inside the building at a life I no longer led. I remembered all the evenings when that light was meant for me, when I would climb those narrow stairs with your smile waiting gently. The rain kept falling softly on the collar of my coat. I had words inside my pocket, but none of them had hope. So I turned before the morning, before the city knew that a heart could lose forever on a quiet avenue. I watched your window go dark, one small light at a time, like the ending of a story I could no longer write. I watched your window go dark and finally understood love can leave without a sound, even when it once was good. If we had met later with softer ways to speak, maybe I would have listened before I tried to leave. You were carrying your winter, I was chasing after spring. We were standing close together, but could not hear a thing. If we had met later, when pride had learned to bend, maybe we would have held on instead of reaching for the end. You were asking for a shelter, I was looking for a sign. Two hearts almost ready, but wrong in time. Maybe we were right, just wrong in time. Two hearts almost ready, on the wrong side of the line. Maybe we were right, but too young to see. Love can stand before you and still not set you free. I don't blame the years between us, I don't curse the doors we closed. Some flowers bloom too early and still leave a scent that grows. Maybe we were right, just wrong in time. Two hearts almost ready, on the wrong side of the line. Maybe we were right, and I know it even now. If we had met later, we might have kept our vow. We missed the last train, but the station already knew. The lights were turning colder, and I was losing you. Your coat was wet from evening rain, your hair was softly tied. You kept looking down the railway like an answer might arrive. The clock above the platform moved without a sound, and all the words we needed stayed folded in the crowd. We missed the last train, but the station already knew. The lights were turning colder, and I was losing you. We missed the last train and stayed beneath the sign. Two hearts standing side by side, already out of time. We spoke about tomorrow like tomorrow still was ours. You asked about the weather, I talked about the hours, but your hand stayed in your pocket, and mine could not reach through. There are nights when love is ending before goodbye is true. Some endings do not thunder, some doors do not close loud. They only leave two people quiet in a waiting crowd. We missed the last train, but the station already knew. The lights were turning colder, and I was losing you. We missed the last train, and morning came too soon. Now every empty platform still remembers me and you. And immediately after the final vocal, the day we stopped talking was not a stormy day. The cups were on the table, the sky was soft and gray. You asked if I was tired, I said I was alright. And somewhere in that answer, we both began to hide. The clock kept moving slowly across the kitchen wall, and neither one could hear it when love began to fall. Silence moved into the room, sat between our chairs, touched the books along the wall and waited for us there. Silence moved into the room, slowly like the rain. And by the time we noticed it, love had changed its name. We still made the coffee, we still turned off the light, we still slept in the same house on two different sides. I missed you in the morning before you even left. That was when I understood the heart can hold its breath. The hallway knew our footsteps, the window knew our view. Everything remained the same except me and you. Some endings do not thunder, some doors do not close loud. They only leave two people quiet in a waiting crowd. Some endings are a whisper, too small for us to hear, until we find the empty place where love once used to live. arranged the books along the wall and waited for us there. Silence moved into the room, slowly like the rain. And by the time we noticed it, love had changed its name. The day we stopped talking, no door was closed too loud, but something soft between us disappeared without a sound. Sunday came without your name on the calendar by the door. I made coffee for one person, but I almost made one more. The sunlight crossed the table like it did when you were here. Nothing in the room had changed except the reason I was near. I kept my hands busy with the plates and the floor, but silence knew exactly who I was waiting for. I practiced not saying your name when the morning felt the same. I folded up the lonely hours and put them where they came. I practiced not saying your name, but my heart was slow to learn. Some love leaves the house behind and still knows how to return. I walked down to the corner where we used to buy the bread. The woman at the counter smiled and I forgot what she had said. I carried home the quiet in a paper bag so thin, and the wind along the sidewalk sounded almost like you again. I thought the hardest part would be letting go of you, but it was learning how to live with all the things we used to do. I practiced not saying your name when the morning felt the same. I folded up the lonely hours and put them where they came. I practiced not saying your name, but my heart was slow to learn. Some love leaves the house behind and still knows how to return. Sunday came and Sunday went with no one else to blame. I lived another little day without saying your name. As if the door might open and you would find it there. Your coat was on the wooden chair beside the quiet wall. One sleeve hanging softly down, like it still expected your call. I told myself I'd move it when the morning felt less cold, but morning came and morning went, and still I couldn't fold. I kept it longer than I should, that coat upon the chair, as if the door might open and you would find it there. I kept it longer than I should, though I knew the truth was clear. Some things left behind by love can make goodbye stay near. There was dust along the shoulder, there was winter in the seam. There were little threads of you caught inside a half-lit dream. I remembered how you wore it, walking home against the rain, and how I used to touch your sleeve instead of saying stay. I thought a coat was only cloth, something easy to put away, but love can hide in simple things and keep one person from the day. I kept it longer than I should, that coat upon the chair, as if the door might open and you would find it there. I kept it longer than I should, then I held it one last time. Some love leaves a room so slowly, it takes years to say goodbye. A letter I never sent still knows your name, folded in in my drawer. After all these days, I wrote it on a Tuesday when the rain was coming down. The street below was shining like a river through the town. I started with "I'm sorry", then I crossed the sentence out. Some words become too heavy when the heart is filled with doubt. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me like a candle after rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. I wrote about the mornings when I missed your sleepy eyes, about the foolish little endings we both tried to call goodbye. I wrote that I forgave you, then I wrote "forgive me too", but the paper knew before I did I was still in love with you. Maybe some letters know they were never meant to leave. They only hold the sorrow that the heart cannot release. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me through the years and through the rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. The houseplant you left still leans toward the sun. I water it each morning, though I know you won't come. Its leaves have grown wider since the day you closed the door, as if it never noticed you don't live here anymore. It kept growing after you, in the window where you stood, taking in the quiet light like a heart that still believed it could. It kept growing after you, while I stayed still for days. Some things know how to live on, even when love walks away. I thought about not keeping it, thought the room would hurt less bare. But every time I moved it, it looked lonely over there. So I left it by the curtain where your hands once brushed the green, and it became the only thing still gentle in between. Maybe I was angry at the way it stayed alive, when I could barely breathe here through the afternoons inside. it kept growing after you, and I learned from it somehow. Love can leave a room behind, but life keeps reaching out. Midnight radio. Between two radio songs, I heard your name again. Not spoken by a person, just carried by the rain. The room was almost sleeping, the clock was moving slow, and every bit of static turned into long ago. I did not reach the telephone, I did not turn the dial. I only sat there listening to a voice without a smile. There were streets inside that music, there were nights we used to know. There was you beside the window in a summer soft and low. I heard you in the static where the old songs fade. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to make me stay. I heard you in the static like a whisper through the years. And the love I thought was quiet filled the room again with tears. Some memories return without footsteps. They come through an old melody. Sit beside the rain and wait until the heart remembers. I heard you in the static where the old songs fade. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to make me stay. I heard you in the static softly after all this time. And between two radio songs, you were almost mine. And immediately after, the final vocal. The street behind the theater was smaller than I knew. The posters had been changed there, but the wall was still the blue. I stood beneath the old sign where we once waited in the rain, and for a quiet second I was young with you again. Nothing changed but me. The lamp still knew the night. The window still reflected the same old yellow light. Nothing changed but me and the years I carried through. I passed the street behind the theater and almost turned to you. music from a doorway. There was laughter down the lane. Someone bought 2 paper tickets, and I felt the old ache again. I remembered how you held them like a future in your hand, back when love was just beginning and goodbye had not been planned. I don't want the past to open, I don't need the door undone, but some places keep a shadow of the people we once loved. Nothing changed but me. The lamp still knew the night. The window still reflected the same old yellow light. Nothing changed but me. Yet I smiled before I left, for the love that passed through that street and never fully left my chest. A letter I never sent still knows your name, folded in my drawer after all these days. I wrote it on a Tuesday when the rain was coming down. The street below was shining like a river through the town. I started with I'm sorry, then I crossed the sentence out. Some words become too heavy when the heart is filled with doubt. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me like a candle after rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. I wrote about the mornings when I missed your sleepy eyes, about the foolish little endings we both tried to call goodbye. I wrote that I forgave you, then I wrote forgive me too, but the paper knew before I did I was still in love with you. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me through the years and through the rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. And immediately after the final vocal, where the swallows return to the eaves in early spring. I walked without your shadow and heard the church bells ring. The road was still familiar, but it did not call your name. For the first time in many seasons, the morning felt less the same. Love returns differently, not always as a face, sometimes as a quiet sky above an empty place. Love returns differently through the wind and through the years, not to bring the old days back, but to dry the last of tears. I thought I would remember only how we came apart, but time has a tender way of changing what we guard. Now I keep the gentle pieces and let the sharp ones go, like the river takes the winter, where the warmer waters flow. If I see you in another life, I will not ask you why. I will thank you for the season, then let the swallows fly. Love returns differently, not always as a face, sometimes as a quiet sky above an empty place. Love returns differently, and the heart begins to learn what we lose is not forgotten, where the swallows return. Summer stayed too long, and I thought forever looked like you. Every golden evening made the world feel almost true. You were standing by the roadside with the sunlight in your hair. I remember thinking didn't know where we were going. Still we walked until the night. Every little thing felt warmer. Every window held a light. Summer stayed too long, and I thought forever looked like you. Every golden evening made the world feel almost true. Summer stayed too long in the corners of my heart. Now the leaves have changed around me, but I still know where we start. There were songs from open doorways. There were flowers on the wall. You would laugh at something simple, and I would love you through it all. I did not see the ending. I only saw your eyes. How could I know a season could be beautiful and lie? Summer stayed too long, and I thought forever looked like you. Every golden evening made the world feel almost true. Summer stayed too long, but the years have let me see some love comes like sunlight and leaves quietly. Half of the photograph still lies inside the drawer. I cut away the smiling part, but kept the ocean shore. Your shoulder is still showing. At the edge I could not tear, like a memory refusing to disappear from there. I thought if I made it smaller, it would hurt a little less. But love does not grow lighter just because we hide the rest. There is sunlight on the paper, there is salt upon the air. And even in the missing side, you're still standing there. You're still standing there somehow, in the place I tried to lose. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to break the room. You're still standing there somehow, where the old blue water shines. Half of us is gone now, but half still holds the time. I don't know why Maybe some goodbyes need something they can touch on lonely days. You're still standing there somehow, in the place I tried to lose. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to break the room. You're still standing there somehow, softly out of reach, and I fold the photograph again, like a prayer I cannot speak. I stood across the narrow street with rain inside my sleeves. Your window on the second floor was glowing through the trees. I did not ring the doorbell, I did not call your name. I only watched the curtains move and knew it wasn't the same. I watched your window go dark, one small light at a time, like the ending of a story I could no longer write. I watched your window go dark and held my breath below. Some goodbyes are never spoken, they just turn off and go. There were shadows in the stairway, there were footsteps overhead. Someone laughed inside the building at a life I no longer led. I remembered all the evenings when that light was meant for me, when I would climb those narrow stairs with your smile waiting gently. The rain kept falling softly on the collar of my coat. I had words inside my pocket, but none of them had hope. So I turned before the morning, before the city knew that a heart could lose forever on a quiet avenue. I watched your window go dark, one small light at a time, like the ending of a story I could no longer write. I watched your window go dark and finally understood love can leave without a sound, even when it once was good. If we had met later, with softer ways to speak, maybe I would have listened before I tried to leave. You were carrying your winter, I was chasing after spring. We were standing close together, but could not hear a thing. If we had met later, when pride had learned to bend, maybe we would have held on instead of reaching for the end. You were asking for a shelter, I was looking for a sign. Two hearts almost ready, but wrong in time. Maybe we were right, just wrong in time. Two hearts almost ready, on the wrong side of the line. Maybe we were right, but too young to see. Love can stand before you and still not set you free. I don't blame the years between us, I don't curse the doors we closed. Some flowers bloom too early and still leave a scent that grows. Maybe we were right, just wrong in time. Two hearts almost ready, on the wrong side of the line. Maybe we were right, and I know it even now. If we had met later, we might have kept our vow. We missed the last train, but the station already knew. The lights were turning colder, and I was losing you. Your coat was wet from evening rain, your hair was softly tied. You kept looking down the railway like an answer might arrive. The clock above the platform moved without a sound, and all the words we needed stayed folded in the crowd. We missed the last train, but the station already knew. The lights were turning colder, and I was losing you. We missed the last train and stayed beneath the sign. Two hearts standing side by side, already out of time. We spoke about tomorrow like tomorrow still was ours. You asked about the weather, I talked about the hours, but your hand stayed in your pocket and mine could not reach through. There are nights when love is ending before goodbye is true. Some endings do not thunder, some doors do not close loud. They only leave two people quiet in a waiting crowd. We missed the last train, but the station already knew. The lights were turning colder, and I was losing you. We missed the last train, and morning came too soon. Now every empty platform still remembers me and you. And immediately after the final vocal, the day we stopped talking was not a stormy day. The cups were on the table, the sky was soft and gray. You asked if I was tired, I said I was alright. And somewhere in that answer, we both began to hide. The clock kept moving slowly across the kitchen wall, and neither one could hear it when love began to fall. Silence moved into the room, sat between our chairs, touched the books along the wall and waited for us there. Silence moved into the room, slowly like the rain. And by the time we noticed it, love had changed its name. We still made the coffee, we still turned off the light, we still slept in the same house on two different sides. I missed you in the morning before you even left. That was when I understood the heart can hold its breath. The hallway knew our footsteps, the window knew our view. Everything remained the same except me and you. Some endings do not thunder, some doors do not close loud. They only leave two people quiet in a waiting crowd. Some endings are a whisper, too small for us to hear, until we find the empty place where love once used to live. Silence moved into the room, sat between our chairs, touched the books along the wall and waited for us there. Silence moved into the room, day we stopped talking. No door was closed too loud, but something soft between us disappeared without a sound. Sunday came without your name on the calendar by the door. I made coffee for one person, but I almost made one more. The sunlight crossed the table like it did when you were here. Nothing in the room had changed except the reason I was near. I kept my hands busy with the plates and the floor, but silence knew exactly who I was waiting for. I practiced not saying your name when the morning felt the same. I folded up the lonely hours and put them where they came. I practiced not saying your name, but my heart was slow to learn. Some love leaves the house behind and still knows how to return. I walked down to the corner where we used to buy the bread. The woman at the counter smiled and I forgot what she had said. I carried home the quiet in a paper bag so thin, and the wind along the sidewalk sounded almost like you again. I thought the hardest part would be letting go of you, but it was learning how to live with all the things we used to do. I practiced not saying your name when the morning felt the same. I folded up the lonely hours and put them where they came. I practiced not saying your name, but my heart was slow to learn. Some love leaves the house behind and still knows how to return. Sunday came and Sunday went with no one else to blame. I lived another little day without saying your name. That coat upon the chair, as if the door might chair beside the quiet wall. One sleeve hanging softly down, like it still expected your call. I told myself I'd move it when the morning felt less cold, but morning came and morning went, and still I couldn't fold. I kept it longer than I should, that coat upon the chair, as if the door might open and you would find it there. I kept it longer than I should, though I knew the truth was clear. Some things left behind by love can make goodbye stay near. There was dust along the shoulder, there was winter in the seam, there were little threads of you caught inside a half-lit dream. I remembered how you wore it, walking home against the rain, and how I used to touch your sleeve instead of saying stay. I thought a coat was only cloth, something easy to put away, but love can hide in simple things and keep one person from the day. I kept it longer than I should, that coat upon the chair, as if the door might open and you would find it there. I kept it longer than I should, then I held it one last time. Some love leaves a room so slowly, it takes years to say goodbye. A letter I never sent still knows your name, folded in my drawer after all these days. I wrote it on a Tuesday when the rain was coming down. The street below was shining like a river through the town. I started with I'm sorry, then I crossed the sentence out. Some words become too heavy when the heart is filled with doubt. The words stay with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence whispers your name. I wrote about the mornings when I missed your sleepy eyes, about the foolish little endings we both tried to call goodbye. I wrote that I forgave you, then I wrote forgive me too, but the paper knew before I did I was still in love with you. Maybe some letters know they were never meant to leave. They only hold the sorrow that the heart cannot release. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me through the years and through the rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. The houseplant you left still leans toward the sun. I water it each morning, though I know you won't come. Its leaves have grown wider since the day you closed the door, as if it never noticed you don't live here anymore. It kept growing after you, in the window where you stood, taking in the quiet light like a heart that still believed it could. It kept growing after you, while I stayed still for days. Some things know how to live on, even when love walks away. I thought about not keeping it, thought the room would hurt less bare. But every time I moved it, it looked lonely over there. So I left it by the curtain where your hands once brushed the green, and it became the only thing still gentle in between. Maybe I was angry at the way it stayed alive, when I could barely breathe here through the afternoons inside. It kept growing after you, in the window where you stood, taking in the quiet light like a heart that still believed it could. It kept growing after you, and I learned from it somehow. Love can leave a room behind, but life keeps reaching out. Between two radio songs, I heard your name again. Not spoken by a person, just carried by the rain. The room was almost sleeping, the clock was moving slow, and every bit of static turned into long ago. I did not reach the telephone, I did not turn the dial. I only sat there listening to a voice without a smile. There were streets inside that music, there were nights we used to know. There was you beside the window in a summer soft and low. I heard you in the static where the old songs fade. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to make me stay. I heard you in the static like a whisper through the years. And the love I thought was quiet filled the room again with tears. Some memories return without footsteps. They come through an old melody. Sit beside the rain and wait until the heart remembers. I heard you in the static where the old songs fade. Not enough to bring you back, but enough to make me stay. I heard you in the static softly after all this time. And between two radio songs, you were almost mine. And immediately after, the final vocal. The street behind the theater was smaller than I knew. The posters had been changed there, but the wall was still the blue. I stood beneath the old sign where we once waited in the rain, and for a quiet second I was young with you again. Nothing changed but me. The lamp still knew the night. The window still reflected the same old yellow light. Nothing changed but me and the years I carried through. I passed the street behind the theater and almost turned to you. There was music from a doorway, there was laughter down the lane. Someone bought 2 paper tickets and I felt the old ache again. I remembered how you held them like a future in your hand, back when love was just beginning and goodbye had not been planned. I don't want the past to open, I don't need the door undone, but some places keep a shadow of the people we once loved. same old yellow light, nothing changed but me. Yet I smiled before I left, for the love that passed through that street and never fully left my chest. A letter I never sent still knows your name, folded in my drawer after all these days. I wrote it on a Tuesday when the rain was coming down. The street below was shining like a river through the town. I started with I'm sorry, then I crossed the sentence out. Some words become too heavy when the heart is filled with doubt. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me like a candle after rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. I wrote about the mornings when I missed your sleepy eyes, about the foolish little endings we both tried to call goodbye. I wrote that I forgave you, then I wrote forgive me too. But the paper knew before I did I was still in love with you. The words stayed with me, though they never reached your door. They lived inside the silence and asked for nothing more. The words stayed with me through the years and through the rain. A letter I never sent still whispers your name. And immediately after the final vocal, where the swallows return to the eaves in early spring, I walked without your shadow and heard the church bells ring. The road was still familiar, but it did not call your name. For the first time in many seasons, the morning felt less the same. Love returns differently, not always as a face, sometimes as a quiet sky above an empty place. returns differently through the wind and through the years, not to bring the old days back, but to dry the last of tears. I thought I would remember only how we came apart, but time has a tender way of changing what we guard. Now I keep the gentle pieces and let the sharp ones go, like the river takes the winter, where the warmer waters flow. If I see you in another life, I will not ask you why. I will thank you for the season, then let the swallows fly. Love returns differently, not always as a face, sometimes as a quiet sky above an empty place. Love returns differently, and the heart begins to learn what we lose is not forgotten, where the swallows return.